What's up, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Devin, and this is actually my very first YouTube video. So bear with me because I do not know exactly what I'm doing. I'm learning how to work my equipment. I'm still learning how to edit, so it's not going to be perfect. But sometimes in life we just gotta go with the flow and learn as we go. So today's video is just going to be a get to know me tag video, and basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be answering questions that I was given off of my social media platforms and via text messages. So I'm just going to get right into it. I'm not going to do a long drawn out introduction for you guys, and yeah, so let's go with question number one. And I will be looking down. I am looking down because I am looking at my phone because I have all the questions in my phone. So the very first question I have here is, do you still be rapping? So this is a very funny question. So I'm going to give a little bit of a backstory to that. So back in high school, me and my friends used to always freestyle. So we would just cut on an instrumental and just flow to the beat. So to answer the question, no, I don't rap anymore, or freestyle, or whatever you want to call it. I do write poetry, so it's kind of go hand in hand, but not really. But I feel like I still got it in me, so I feel like I could still freestyle if I really wanted to. But that was a funny question. Next question. What inspired you to pursue modeling? So to answer that question, basically it was everybody else. I never wanted to pursue modeling. Everyone else either thought I was a model or they just asked me if I did model. So it was just a question of, do you model? You're a model. No, I'm not really. I'm like, yeah, nah, not for me. So I'm a type of person to where I do not completely say no to anything until I tried it for once. So if I tried it and I don't like it, then I feel like, okay, I could talk my junk about it. But so I was just like, you know what, Devin, just go out and do it. So I had my first photo shoot when I was in Atlanta, and it was on ever since then. Next question. When did you decide you really wanted to pursue modeling? I definitely would say it was in Atlanta, and it was probably maybe the second or more towards the second or third year I was in Atlanta. I was living in Atlanta from 2013 to at the end of 2015, beginning of 2016, so roughly almost 3 years. So, and during that time, the acting and the modeling was like really on a come up, and it really just living in Atlanta and seeing how people network and how you can literally be at ground zero and then work your way up. I'm like, yo, the hustle was crazy out there, and I really was like, yo, if I put my mind to it, I could really do this. And I was like, and I just love doing anything artsy. So I really just got on my mind for him, like, yo, I'm gonna do this. I really want to do this. I really want to pursue this because it's what truly makes me happy. Once I started doing it, I was like, oh yeah, this'll go. Next question. How do you feel about art, being a model? I love art. So art is a part of me. I feel like art is a part of everyone. You might just not be tapped into it, but it's definitely in you. So being a model for me is therapeutic because it's art. Anything I'm doing that is art, it's very therapeutic. It helps me, and it's a way for me just to grow and to really truly know myself and to never lose my inner child. So I love modeling. Next question. Your lock journey advice to newcomers. Okay, so I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of backstory. So I just came up on 5 years of my locks. Yeah. And it definitely is a long journey. So when I started, I already was natural for a few years prior to me locking up my hair. So I already knew, like, I was only using natural products. I do my research, Certainly didn't do it just for a look. I definitely did it because I wanted to get closer to myself, my inner me, my ancestors. Because us melanin folks were powerful, very, very powerful. And it's in your hair, truly. So just do your research, really. Understand what it's all about, and don't put a lot of product in your hair, especially in the beginning. You have to learn what works with your hair and what don't works with your hair. And you know what works best for you and what works best for your hair. So sometimes you may get advice from others and it might not necessarily work for you. So trust you, do your research, and go from there. Next question. What is your go-to vegan meal, no matter what this meal you can eat every day? Okay, the first thing that came to mind is soy wings. If anybody knows me, I love soy wings, okay? So I've been a vegan for a few years now. Now, more recently, I want to transition more into an alkaline diet. And soy is not good for you anyway. So if I wasn't going to say soy wings, I would definitely say cauliflower wings. I love those. It's just so good with like fries. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm more like a finger food kind of type of person, especially with like vegan. I love when I make like my vegan tacos or my vegan nachos or quesadillas. Yeah man. I haven't yet to try like me myself making like seafood type of dishes, but I had some before, and the seafood dishes are amazing. So yeah, those would be my favorite meal that I can eat every day. And if we talk about fruit, mangoes. I can eat that morning, lunch, dinner, all day, every day. My favorite fruit. Some of your favorite vegan spots in the 757. Okay, number one, we're gonna go with Healthy Eats. Why? Because Healthy Eats is in Newport News. Bad news. 757. And it's close to where I live. So we can go with that as numero uno. I love Healthy Eats. It's a vegetarian and vegan spot. So you do just have to be wary. If you're not a vegetarian, then just know but they do have like vegan cheese and other vegan products. You just have to know like what's actually in the ingredients and what they're making. I would also say, I hope I'm saying this right, Jacani Calf. That's in Norfolk near Granby Street. Food is bomb. And like inside it's like a bookstore almost. It has books, a lot of culture, like African culture, just different trinkets and just different things that you can get. They have soaps, lotion. It's kind of like you're all in one store. So it's like a calf in a store. So I definitely will recommend going there. Lastly, I would also say Cutter's Kitchen. What's up? It is not all vegan, but they do have a vegan menu. And it's like, whew. I don't know what she be putting in that stuff, but it be fire. It's so seasoned, like amazing. It's amazing. Lastly, I'm not going to forget for my 804 babies, New Vegan. I love New Vegan too. They actually have some very, very good food in there as well. Okay, next question. What are your favorite attractions of a man? Okay, so what I'm going to say, because I got a man, my favorite attraction about him is listening. For me, listening is key. It's key in any relationship, really, to be honest. He listens to me. Even when he gets on my last nerves, he still listens to me. And that's probably one of my favorite things I love about him is that, he takes heed, you know what I mean? He's very proactive when it comes to just different things in a relationship. But that is definitely one thing that I would like in a man. I don't really talk about physical, because physical is like, it can fade. You know what I mean? And the older I get, it's like, do you really want somebody like that? Like, it's cool because you could be fine, but if that heart and that soul don't match, it's like, I don't even want it. You feel me? Like, y'all can have that. Like, you know what I mean? You want to be, I know for me, so I'm gonna speak for me, I want, to be with someone I can connect with on all aspects. Because the physical can fade, but if I can connect with you emotionally, mentally, spiritually, then it's a go. Hobby. I like to explore the world. I like to go out of the country. I like to go out of state, wherever. If somewhere new I haven't been, I'm ready to go. Definitely something that I love to do hobby-wise. Is there anything else besides eating and traveling? Poetry, I write poetry. You say that's kind of like a hobby. Anything dealing with art, hiking, just because I really like hiking. I really got into that. Anything dealing with outside, I'm an outside person. I like being in nature, things like that. Okay, and last question. Okay, describe a time you thought you wouldn't get through and did. Okay, woo, we getting deep. I would definitely say when I was living in Atlanta. So I moved to Atlanta when I was, how old was I? 19. So from 19 to 23, I was living in Atlanta. First 2 years I was there, it was like a breeze, like, whoo. But that last year was a trying year for me. It's like I kept getting hit after hit after hit after hit. And it was like, yo, I don't understand, like, what was going on. Like, I couldn't understand. So, basically what happened is, okay, so first thing, I got evicted. Boom. Got evicted. Then I was like, alright. Boom. Like, 2 weeks later, a couple weeks later, boom. Hold on, let me actually backtrack. Okay, that wasn't even me getting evicted. Wasn't the first thing. First thing was, I lost my job. Boom. 2 was, I got evicted. Boom. Then it was like a couple weeks later, boom, my car got repossessed. I was like, yo, the people was working on me. Like, what did I do? Like, I couldn't understand. Like, did I do something? Like, did I do something that was just like wrong? Like in my past life? I don't know. Anyway, so it just a lot of things that were coming, like hit after hit after hit. So I was like, yo, all right. So then I finally moved in with a friend of mine in Atlanta. So grateful for that. Shout out to Tasia. And everything was going good. I was on the up and up, and things were looking better. Then I got in a car accident. Crazy. Totaled my whip like crazy. Like my whole back seat was literally like and I had a small car, like I had a Chevy Veyo at the time. So you know how Chevy Veyos are tiny, they're like little sedan box cars. So my back seat literally, so like when I turned around, it was like right here, literally, like, so it was crazy. So they totaled my whip out. I was driving dirty. I ain't had no insurance. Okay, so I was really just out, like doing crazy stuff. So it was crazy. And after that, it just like stuff was like, all right, it won't make sense. And I was like, yo, I don't know how I'm gonna get up out of this hole. I just kept digging a hole. And then at that time too, like I was going to work. My work was 40 minutes, maybe longer depending on the traffic. And then I also was going to school at the time too, so I was roughly about a 30-minute commute, also depending on the traffic. If you're from Atlanta or been in Atlanta, you know how that goes. So it was just like, yo, how am I gonna get to school, how am I gonna get to work? So then my homeboy, he stayed close nearby me. He started taking me work, and sometimes would take me to school depending on the day. Shout out to Tyler, because he looked out. And it was just like, yo, okay. But then I was like, I'm the type of person, I hate depending on people, and I don't like putting all of my, trust into someone, which is something I gotta work on. But it just felt like, that wasn't his problem. How I viewed it, it wasn't his problem, and I shouldn't put all of that onto him. So it was just like, all right, man, I gotta find a way. And I couldn't find a way, and I kept digging a hole. I was taking a mile to get to school. Like, it was just too much, going on. So I was like, all right. I came back home for Thanksgiving that year, and I was like, yo, if I don't have a plan, I can't come up with something, I'm coming back home. And when I came back home for Thanksgiving, I came back, I was like, yeah, no, Christmas, I'm moving. And, I felt bad, I did, because it's like, I didn't want to leave, a friend in a situation like that. But I truly, to be honest, I was depressed, yo. It's like, I didn't even know I was depressed, but I just really was just, when you're like down at the bottom, you just going through stuff, it's like, I didn't have time to like cry or time, like I had to think of the next plan, the next solution. So I ain't had time to do all of that. So it was just really like, I felt like I was just getting into a depressive mode. Like I didn't want to do nothing. I didn't want to go to work. I didn't, I was like, yo, okay, this is not me. I gotta move. And if I gotta move back home to better my situation, it is what it is, And at the time, I felt like defeated. Like I was disappointed. Like, yo, how you come back home? Like, everybody asks you questions, and some people truly do care, and most people, just trying to be nosy. But that bothered me for a while, because it was like, yo, it wasn't supposed to be like this. But all in all, you know, your path is your path, and you gotta walk in it. And I'm walking in it now, and I can stand tall 10 toes. Like, you know what I mean? I'm here, and I made it through. You know, I'm very proud of myself, because when I came back home, I ain't had nothing. I ain't had no job. I ain't had no money. I think I probably maybe had $5 to my name. Let me tell you. And I ain't had no car. So I really, when I came back home, I was 23 going on 24. I really had to start from the ground up and build up. And that was it after that. So that definitely was a trying time for me. But I made it out. And if you're going through something, I could definitely say, you know, it's always light at the end of the tunnel. And I know when I was there at that time, I felt like there was the light. There was no light. I couldn't see the light, but it's always there. Just, you gotta push through. Don't try to go around it, under it, to the side. You gotta go straight through. And it's there. It's there. You know, have faith and believe. It's just all I can give to y'all at the end of the day. But I'm gonna close this out. I have more questions, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a part 2. So this is going to be part 1 of getting to know Devin Nicole. I hope y'all like and enjoy this video, and maybe I hope it gave you a little bit more insight on who I am and what I'm about. And just stay tuned, man. You know, hit that subscribe button, and of course you want to hit that notification bell so you can get notified of when I'm going to be posting. So I'm going to post every Sunday, so just stay tuned. And just come with me on this journey. You know what I mean? Enjoy, y'all. I actually enjoy doing this now. It's kind of weird because I feel like I'm talking to myself. But I am talking to myself. But I'm talking to y'all. Anyway, I'm rambling right now. But yeah, just stay tuned, and new videos coming soon.